while you're doing this is the worst feeling in the whole world.
You did it well.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you very much.
You looked a little rusty.
I'm your host, Katie Nolan. Tonight on the show, I practice bench celebrations with the Monmouth men's basketball team. We visit with our brand new college football correspondent, and I play a game of You Autocomplete Me with comedian Dan Soder. But first, the big news this week.
Basketball superstar Kobe Bryant announcing his retirement last night, saying this season, his 20th in the NBA, will be his last.
That's right, Kobe Bryant is retiring. Unfortunately for Lakers fans, it is not effective immediately. This announcement comes as a surprise to literally no one. Are you surprised, Lakers GM Mitch Kupchak?
Well, I'm not surprised. The surprising, part of this is that he made the announcement today. My understanding all along was that this was going to be his last year. Certainly, there's been speculation, and this puts an end to any speculation that he may come back for another year.
Yes, this does end any speculation. This and the fact that Kobe looks like Philip Seymour Hoffman and Along Came Polly out there right now. Let it rain! Kobe announced this on Sunday, conveniently right before the only game the Lakers play this year in his hometown of Philly. And then today went on Good Morning America because this is that important. So why now, Cobes?
Normally what happens with me is my mind would always drift to the game. Always. And then I found myself sitting there, my mind wouldn't drift towards the game all the time anymore. And that's when I started realizing, you know what? It's getting close.
Why now?
It's the right time. There's no point in really belaboring it.
Yes, let's not belabor it for like 65 more games. Yeah, buckle up, folks. It's time for yet another retirement tour. The sports equivalent of a college girl's birthday. Guys, my birthday falls on Wednesday this year, so we'll party the weekend before and also the weekend after, and then obviously a few days in between birth week. Now, let me be perfectly clear. Kobe has had an incredible career, and we should absolutely celebrate it. As soon as it's over, we've still got 5 more months and like 5,000 more missed shots from 2015 Kobe. 2015 Kobe has done 0 things worth celebrating this year. 0. Unless you're in some weird fantasy basketball league that awards points for air balls, in which case you are crushing it. So, Kobe, why exactly couldn't you just announce this before the season started?
The difference is that, before the season and before I made the decision, I was always kind of leaving the door a little open, right? And saying, if I plan on retiring unless something changes.
Unless something changes, like your shooting percentage, maybe? Come on, Kobe, you wanted to wait and see if you still had it. And if you did, you weren't going to retire. But you definitely do not have it, so you'd rather we run your career highlights than talk about this year. Dude, you missed 13 threes last night and lost to a winless team, and they celebrated you afterwards. Your plan is already working out on the first night. Kobe realized it was time to retire way too late, and then he announced it way too early. But he's 74 for 246 from the floor this year, so I guess it shouldn't surprise me that his timing is off. It's not just when Kobe announces retirement that deserves derision, it's how. He posted a poem on the Players Tribune. Years from now we'll look back at this and say, it was great, but it pales in comparison to Jeremy Lin's retirement interpretive dance. The Players Tribune, you'll remember, is the website Derek Jeter started after he retired that has since broken the news of such other big retirements as Steve Nash, David Ortiz, and now Kobe Bryant. Announcing your retirement from playing on a website called the Players Tribune is like announcing your engagement on Tinder. This website is not for you anymore. Why are you here? But when you take a step back, you see how calculated all of this really is. The announcement on the Players Tribune, Kobe made a significant investment in the platform a little over a month ago. The letter the Lakers handed out to fans before the game on Sunday, professionally printed and embossed with a fancy new logo, which takes time. That logo, my boy Darren Ravel says it's for Kobe's new hero/villain campaign. We're branding our retirements now? I don't understand. Kobe told the AP that campaign is about duality, how people can be 2 things at once. And I completely agree with that. you, Kobe, are both a legendary basketball player and a guy who sucks at basketball right now. Don't force me to acknowledge one and ignore the other, please. The good news of all this is now that Kobe has written his goodbye poem to basketball, basketball has written a poem back.
Dear Kobe, roses are red, violets are blue. You shoot too much and you should have retired 2 years ago. Love, basketball.
This week on Thursday Night Football, the Detroit Lions host the Green Bay Packers. Detroit is on a 3-game win streak in Green Bay. I just got to get something off my chest here. I drafted about 9 Packers in fantasy, and they're all killing me. Aaron Rodgers looks off. Randall Cobb, he's disappeared. Maybe Eddie Lacy ate him. James Jones is out there wearing a goddamn sweatshirt, and I'm a game away from missing the playoffs, so you better get out there and crush the garbage Lions, all right? Lions, Packers. Come on, win one for the promo guy.
Hey guys, welcome back to Garbage Time. With 1 week left in the college football season, the penultimate playoff rankings came out last night, and there were no surprises or changes from the week before. The top 4 remain Clemson, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Iowa. With the conference championship games this weekend, there's still a lot to be determined, and with Michigan State sitting just outside the top 4, we welcome in now live from the campus of #1 team Clemson, our new college football correspondent, former Michigan State receiver and Super Bowl champion, Plaxico Burress. Plaxico, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Katie.
The 12-0 Tigers just need to beat North Carolina this Saturday, and they remain in the #1 spot. What has allowed them to remain undefeated to this point?
Well, the Clemson Tigers are 12-0. None of their wins really jump off the page at me, but they do have one of the best players in all of college football in Deshaun Watson. Clemson is one of the top 2 teams in the country behind the Michigan State Spartans.
Thanks, Plaxico. Hope you're enjoying that weather down in Clemson more than I am here in rainy New York.
Well, it's actually raining down here too, but it did not stop me from having ice cream at the Clemson Ice Cream 55 Exchange. I love the Rocky Road. It's amazing.
Okay, Plaxico, thanks again. Now let's send it over to our correspondent with the 11-1 Alabama Crimson Tide. Oh, it's Plaxico. Okay, Plaxico, what can Nick Saban do this year to correct the mistakes that cost him the national title last year?
All Nick Saban does is win. Nick Saban was my college coach at Michigan State, so I do know him really well. His teams are really prepared for these kind of games, and I do believe that they will be the SEC champion coming out of that conference.
Thanks again, Plaxico. Say, if you're really in Alabama, what's the weather like there?
The weather's 60 degrees. Winds are out of the northeast at 10 miles an hour, and I just had a great cheeseburger at the Avenue Pub.
That sounds like something that definitely happened. Thanks, Plaxico. Continuing on to #3, Oklahoma, our correspondent is, yep, you guessed it, Plaxico Burress. You know what, Plaxico, just tell me what the weather is like there so we can move on.
Well, the weather here is sunny, clear skies. Here overnight the low is 29 degrees, and I also had a lovely meal at the Whispering Pines Inn. You gotta try the crab cakes there. They're amazing.
All right, let's check in on Iowa, who faced the Michigan State Spartans this weekend for a spot in the playoff, and oh my God.
Hi, Katie. As you can see, I'm in Iowa. It's freezing down here. As you can see, I am nice and bundled up warm in my green Michigan State robe. Iowa doesn't have a chance to beat us this weekend. They know it. We know it. The whole country knows it. Even though they're 12-0, they're undefeated. Everybody's still picking us to win that football game. Go green. Go state. Back to you, Katie.
Plaxico Burress ×4, everybody. Thanks so much, Plaxico, for definitely being in all those places. Moving on, as college football nears the end of its season, college basketball is now fully underway. And for me, the best story of the year has easily been the Monmouth Bench and their amazing celebrations. With wins over UCLA, USC, and 17th-ranked Notre Dame already this year, the Hawks have had plenty to celebrate, and they have taken advantage of it. Their bench celebrations have been everywhere, and they are fantastic. They seem to me like a group of guys that would probably be good at charades. So I went to visit them at practice to play a game of charades. And it was the 4 of them versus just me, which was fun for everybody watching. Enjoy. I'm here at the Monmouth Bench, and we're going to play charades. You guys huddle up and decide what you want to do. easy. Excited to do this on my own.
Yeah. Mario?
Star Wars?
It's a weekend at Bernie's.
Oh! Yeah!
Let's go, baby!
It's the whip and the nay-nay?
I'm gonna go with Psy.
If you get this next one and you're winning at Canisius, you have to do this.
Yes, ma'am. That's tough.
Is that jazz hands?
I don't know. She's
You guys
never
just
danced
gonna
before.
do
I might
really,
be
in
too
her
young.
life.
I
I might be too young.
I have
might be
no
too
idea.
young.
I don't know. Maybe a little more emotion?
Maybe a little
Yeah,
more.
a little more
maybe
emotion.
I'm gonna go with Michael Jackson's
Make-
Thriller.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Oh my God.
All right, so if they don't do Thriller in their next game, I'm pretty sure that that's an NCAA violation and they'll be suspended forever. Still to come, I play a Google game with comedian Dan Soder, but first, here's a clip from this week's Monday Morning Monologue. The Packers honored Brett Favre during halftime of their Thanksgiving game against the Bears. Like Favre, the ceremony was smaller than I expected. After losing 5 straight, the Chiefs have now won 5 straight. And then now they will go on to tie 5 straight. That's how that works, right? Sunday was Russell Wilson's 27th birthday. Although he threw for 5 touchdowns, he actually scored 0 times. Welcome back to Garbage Time, guys. From time to time on the show, we go to the Google machine and try to figure out what sports topics the kids are searching for these days in a game we call You Autocomplete Me. This week, our friend, comedian Dan Soder, who tomorrow night is filming his hour-long Comedy Central stand-up special, came by to play. We each got 3 guesses to try to autocomplete some of the most common Google searches. Most right answers wins. Luckily, there weren't many. This is You Autocomplete Me. Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Why do pro wrestlers...
Oil their bodies.
Nope.
Damn it. Shave their chests.
Nope.
Wax their eyebrows.
Nope.
Damn it.
Oh, you were really close.
What did I miss?
Why do pro wrestlers shave their armpits?
I mean, the armpit is the chest of the arm.
Die young?
Oh, we're getting real, huh?
Yeah. Chew gum, because you need to have a good reason to do that.
I will say this, though. Football head coaches and professional wrestlers, 2 best groups of chewing gums. Except when Pete Carroll does it. Then it just bugs the out of me. Hey, I'm everyone's friend. Let's put neon in our uniforms. All right, I'm sorry for lashing out.
It's all right. Wet their hair. Why do pro wrestlers...
Oh, you know what? I've always wanted to know that.
Yeah, you should Google it.
Ah, damn it.
And why do pro wrestlers wear trunks?
Your phrase. Why are hockey players
All white. No. Why are hockey players toothless?
No, but good question.
Canadian. All
No.
Canadian.
No. Why are hockey players born in January? So I guess that's a thing. Why are hockey players douchebags?
Yeah, they are kind of
Are they?
thirsty. They're super thirsty.
Oh, I like the way you're saying that.
Yeah.
So they're just always trying to get.
But they're really nice. They're kind, but
So
they're
they're
just
like-
aggressively like,
So they're like, yeah, would you like to get naked? How do they?
that's it.
That's it?
Did you play hockey?
Maybe. I didn't. Why are hockey players left-handed?
What?
Why are hockey players bow-legged? Like sheriffs in the Old West.
Did we both get none?
Yeah, we're 0.
None.
And I'm about to crush this one.
Is Carmelo Anthony?
Oh, that chubby son of a bitch. Is Carmelo Anthony diabetic?
No. Well, maybe, I don't know, but it's not on here.
Is Carmelo Anthony a good person?
Think of what you would Google.
Is Carmelo Anthony mad that he left the Denver Nuggets?
No.
Because, I mean, we really had a good thing going with you, Carmelo. I mean, we were going to give you everything. The front office gave you keys to the city. I'm so mad about that.
Is Carmelo Anthony a Hall of Famer?
No.
Is Carmelo Anthony injured?
Always. Emotionally.
Is Carmelo Anthony playing tonight? That's what I was trying to get you to. You would Google it like, oh, is he? The answer is always no, but is Carmelo Anthony in Sons of Anarchy? Answer, yes. He was in Sons of Anarchy. The question on everyone's mind, is Carmelo Anthony Mexican?
Who? We'll let that one go.
These are Donald Trump's, these are his Google searches.
Listen, he's very good at shooting the ball, but I just don't know. Maybe he is from Mexico. I don't know. Does Kobe Bryant
Have herpes?
No.
Know what an he is?
No.
Want to retire?
I'm going to have to go to the judges on this one.
Okay.
Here's the deal. I got to be honest. I'm a competitor in the truest sense. I don't like cheating.
Right.
That's why I'm not a Patriots fan.
Are you about to tell me that I won? Did I get it right? What are the answers?
Okay, here's the thing. Does Kobe Bryant play soccer? Have a dog. You got to know these things. Does Kobe Bryant have a Snapchat? Does Kobe Bryant own the Lakers?
That would make a lot of sense.
You got 4 out of 5 wrong. The last one is, does Kobe Bryant need to retire? You said want to retire. I have to go to your staff to say, everyone's giving you the point, which is
Thanks, Scott. Thank you for being here. Make sure you guys watch his stand-up special on Comedy Central in 2016.
Yeah.
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 It's a big window of time.
All of it. Just
We'll
keep your
find
eyes
it.
open. Head on a swivel. It'll be there.
Does Kobe Bryant need to retire? Could someone Google that? We filmed that 2 weeks ago. Still funny, though. And Dan Soder is going to be there in 2016. You heard it here first. You can check out more of my interview with Dan on the Garbage Time podcast from last week. In this week's episode, I got a chance to talk with Bryant Tucker, who's currently the co-head writer for SNL and former writer for Chappelle's Show. We talked about a lot, including what it's like behind the scenes at SNL. Here's a preview. What is your favorite sports sketch that you ever wrote?
Jason Sudeikis says Jesus talking to Tim Tebow, which was a good one. SNL is about as close to a TV show as you think about when you're a kid, because you're, running down the hall with Antonio Banderas and saying, this line is cut and we're keeping this and then we're turning this and there's a llama over there. And, it's very live, which is exciting and also can be stressful.
Welcome back to Garbage Time, guys. It's time for Ad Drop. All I really wanted to drop this week was CJ Anderson, but now I can't do that, can I? So first up, I'm going to add Pirate center fielder Andrew McCutchen, because this was some high-quality producing.
Would you like a refill, sir? Thank you. I'm refilling my glass!
His waiter looks a lot like that guy who plays for the Pirates. And in the spirit of pouring drinks, I'm going to drop this Australian basketball fan because crikey!
Thornton finding himself in all sorts of trouble there. Oh, and then gets a beer tipped on his head for his trouble. And there is the beer tipper. His night is over.
Foster's, Australian for douchebag. The fan's a horrible person, but the announcers were amazing, which is why we're going to go right back down under and add Australian basketball announcers.
There was a beer tipped by the gentleman in the beer. Watch it again.
You don't do that.
Well, that's outrageous.
Guys behind can't believe that he wasted his beer.
That's a crime on so many fronts.
They seem over koala-fied for their jobs. one more, just one more. We're gonna drop this hockey announcer because I think he should just be a boxing announcer.
Now a goal is going to fight. Lansrick drops the mitts from Peters. Over the top with two rights. Another right by Lansrick. Over the top, a right hand by Peters. Lansrick comes over, lands a right of his own. And now the referee will step in.
But honestly, who doesn't love a good goalie fight? That's Ad Drop, guys! Woo! More exciting every week. Are we canceled? All right, guys, running out of time. We still have to crown our garbage time hero of the week. This week, again, it's a dog because dogs are better than humans at everything, including now skateboarding. I want a dog. People, buy me a dog. If every one of you buys me a dog, I'll have 3 dogs. That's it for the show this week, guys. Thanks so much to the Monmouth Bench, Plaxico Burress, and Dan Soder, and to Kobe Bryant for making us all laugh when you try to play basketball. Have a great week. Here's more garbage. They wanted to have you back.
How's your mother?
My mom is great. Don't ever speak a word about Cammy.
She's a great dancer.
She is a saint.
Yeah!
If you could take this more seriously, that would be great.